What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're going to talk about more identity politics with Star Wars Episode 9. But before we get into that, if I could talk, before we get into that, a few days ago I brought someone onto this channel named Anna from That Star Wars Girl, and she obviously was a big hit. And so she made a video yesterday on her channel. She gave a shout out to Geeks and Gamers. I want to play a clip right now from that, so let's play that right now.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone that watched my first 3 videos, and then to everyone that commented on it and suggested that I reach out to Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers. That was an amazing suggestion. Thank you again so much, because when I reached out to them, I went and found them on Facebook and messaged them, and immediately they're just like, yes, we've seen your videos, Jeremy would love to talk to you. And so I talked to Jeremy, we sat down and talked on the phone for an hour or so about Star Wars and how we both feel about it. He's a really awesome dude. He and I have a lot in common, except for sports teams. But yeah, so it was amazing, and thank you so much, Jeremy, and everyone at Geeks and Gamers. Thank you so much for the kind words and resharing my video.
Okay, so thank you very much for that, Anna. She's a super cool girl. We had a long conversation. She knows her stuff. And yeah, I mean, the uprising against what Lucasfilm is doing is growing by the day. And sooner or later, we will be heard. We are establishing a really cool team here at the Geeks and Gamers YouTube channel. Hopefully you will be able to see Anna on here occasionally in the future, but definitely check out her channel. And then obviously we've got Jesse Milestone on this channel. I want you to subscribe to Mindless Entertainment, SC Reviews, and there's going to be more to come, don't worry. And then there's one more, just a little bit more housekeeping to get to before we jump into our main topic. I teased this on our live stream last night for Mario Kart 8, which nobody watched, but that's okay. We still had a lot of fun. And so we're all fed up with Kathleen Kennedy's nonsense. We're fed up with her identity politics. We're fed up with her SJW nonsense. And so we here at Geeks and Gamers have decided to battle the nonsense. We're fighting fire with fire. So we all remember the Force is Female shirt from crazy Kathleen Kennedy. We all remember that. Well, Geeks and Gamers decided we are going to develop our own t-shirt. And here it is today. I am proud to announce that here we are. The Force is gender neutral. That's right. How do you fight fire? You fight it with fire. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I would love to see people take pictures with these shirts on. Tweet them to me. I'll retweet it. I would love to see people going to conventions, to movie theaters, even to Star Wars Celebration whenever that gets announced, D23. Let people know that Star Wars doesn't have a gender. And we're not going to deal with your garbage, Kathleen Kennedy. There's no way that she or anyone else would have gotten away with wearing a Forces male shirt, because that would have been stupid also. Nobody's upset that she claimed it was a female. We're upset because she claimed it was a gender at all. And it just shows how out of touch with reality this woman is. So I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys are interested. We need a minimum order of, 8 or 10 shirts to get these started moving, because we're not actually handling these in-house. We're using a website. And so definitely support the cause. We got the price point down pretty low, so I hope everyone's happy with that. Let me know if you have any questions. And my email at Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers was down for a few weeks because we made a transition on our website. And so I apologize if I missed any emails. I really do. So if you can, just try me again, and I'll follow back up with you when I can. My apologies. Okay, main story. Star Wars Episode 9, The Return of Identity Politics. That's right. Now, a few weeks ago, we heard they had an open casting call for a female from age range 40 to 50, codename Mara. A lot of people speculated it might be Mara Jade. I did. And we don't know what's going to come of that. But we had this story going all over the internet. I don't know, I guess it's from the hashtag show, which I've never really heard of. I mean, they've been cited in a few of these other rumors going around, so that's where it came from. So if you have a problem with that story, take it up with the hashtag show. All right, so according to the hashtag show, they are looking for a new part in Star Wars Episode 9. That part in question is described as an ethnic female. Ethnic. Not only does it have to be a female, it's got to be an ethnic female, because identity politics are more important than anything in Star Wars right now. The preference is an African American. They've already decided what their preference on ethnicity, race, gender, everything. So between 18 and 26, age, not a big deal. I mean, that makes sense. Age range is going to have to be important, whether it's male, female, whoever, to the story and the story you're trying to tell. If you want a younger person to be in the role of someone that's going to be learning the Force or learning the ways of the Jedi, you don't want it to be a 75-year-old dude. I get that. Outside of that, why is race and gender so goddamn important to Lucasfilm? Why can't they just worry about telling a story that complements the mythology? I don't understand it. It's amazing to me. I went and saw Avengers Infinity War for a second time yesterday. I gotta say, man, this movie is... I'm in love with this movie. I'm in love with it. It's one of the best movies I've seen in a long time, and it couldn't have come at a better time. And I can't help but watch it and just think about how bad Star Wars has gotten with the identity politics. Because when I watch the Avengers, I'm seeing everybody. I'm seeing all races, all genders. I'm seeing everyone represented, and the story is so wonderfully told because none of it is told from a social justice or an identity politics narrative. None of it. And it's beautiful. Now, if you want to nitpick a little bit, go for it. I don't do that with this stuff. The Avengers was so well done. And all I could do was think about how bad The Last Jedi was and how badly it was derailed by identity politics. And Lucasfilm is clearly not slowing down. They clearly are so out of touch with reality, and they're out of touch with the fans. They have convinced themselves that real fans are not upset with what they're doing. They have convinced themselves of that. And the only way that they're really going to listen, I know, it's with your wallet. So, Solo's the battleground, and we will be heard one way or the other. And then, going into episode 9, it just, man, I just can't believe how my enthusiasm for Star Wars, if you go back, I made a video, what was it? Maybe, I don't know, it might be a year ago, maybe now, maybe it's 8 months ago, where I said nobody hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. I was the most enthusiastic Star Wars fan you could find. I was fighting everybody who was hating on Star Wars. I was fighting prequel haters. I was fighting the original trilogy elitists. I was fighting the sequel trilogy haters. I was fighting everybody. And this is how far I have fallen because of one fucking film. And not really one film. It's just that this one film, it kind of showed me what I was starting to realize it. I'll tell you when I started to realize it. So I loved The Force Awakens. Yes, did I look at The Force Awakens casting and go, that seems pretty SJW-like, but maybe I'm thinking too much into this. And I love Star Wars, so I'm not going to allow what presumptions I have to ruin my excitement for Star Wars returning. And I loved The Force Awakens. Then Rogue One came out. And Rogue One seemed like it was specifically cast to not have a white male in the lead position. And which, on its surface, I was like, whatever, man. If the movie's good, I really don't give a shit. But when I watched the movie, the characters were so boring in Rogue One to me. Everything else was amazing in Rogue One. But the characters on the rebellion side were boring as hell. And it just felt like you could do so much better if you would have just cast the best person for the position. Instead, it seemed like you were going for identity politics. Then I was at Star Wars Celebration last year. And I was at the Battlefront panel. I'll never forget it. At the Battlefront panel, prior to it beginning, there was thousands of people in there. And someone got up on stage, and they were like, how many girl gamers do we have in here? And you heard like 4 girls scream. And it was really unenthusiastic screams. It was incredibly cringeworthy. And I sat there and I went, why the hell are you asking about a gender-specific gaming question? Why didn't you just say how many gamers are in here? But they specifically said girl gamers or female gamers. I can't remember the exact terminology. And it was so cringe. And I was like, that was pretty loaded. what the hell are they fixing to show us with Battlefront 2? And then we got the Iden reveal, which again, I really liked Iden. I really did. I didn't love the story with Battlefront 2, but that moment at Star Wars Celebration at the Battlefront panel, that question really stood out to me. Why would you say how many girl gamers here? Why would you ask that specific question? And it's clear as day. It's clear as day that Star Wars has been ruined by identity politics at this point. And it's clear that J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy don't give a shit. They are just going to continue to go down this rabbit hole until the money dries up. So, that's my thoughts on it. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later.